Okay, this is another big gaming news day. Hello, everyone. You're watching Thunder Games, and we've got a lot to cover, so let's get started. One of the most successful survival co op games right now, Icarus. It's made by Dean Hall, the same guy that made Daisy. And it's not just a basic release either. It's coming with the New Frontiers expansion, which basically doubles the playable area of the planet, giving players way more space to explore, survive, and build. The game is already pulling in a lot of players on Steam every single day, and that's mostly because of how deep the gameplay system really is. You drop into this massive sci fi world at a starting point, and from there, it's all about survival, collecting resources, crafting tools, and building up your base. But it's definitely easier said than done. There are tons of dangerous creatures across the map that are constantly trying to make your life harder, so you always have to stay prepared. Whether it's defending your base or just trying to survive out in the wild, the game keeps you on edge. And honestly, it already sounds great, but there's even more. The game features a wide variety of missions. Some will challenge you to hunt down and take on these creatures for rewards, while others are more laid back and focused on building, crafting your own pace. On top of all that, the developers are continuing to expand the game with even more content, new maps, new creatures, and additional updates through expansions, so there's always something new to look forward to. Next up, we've got some more news on Crimson Desert. Crimson Desert of attention lately, and for good reason. For everything we've seen so far, it's shaping up to be a massive open world experience with a strong focus on both storytelling and intense combat. The world itself looks incredibly detailed, with dynamic environments and large scale battles that really make everything feel alive. Crimson Desert patch, and there's a lot to go over. First off, they've added 5 new tameable mounts. And no, these aren't just horses. That already adds a lot more variety to how you explore the world. They also introduced something called refinement coins, which can instantly upgrade your weapons all the way up to level 4. That's a huge boost, especially for players trying to progress faster or take on tougher enemies. Movement has been improved too. Gliding now costs less stamina, and you can even use equipment while you're gliding, which opens up a lot of new possibilities during exploration and combat. Fast travel has also been updated, with noticeably faster load times, making it way smoother to get around the map. And there are some really nice quality of life improvements as well. For example, instead of instantly using a key when opening a door, you now get a prompt asking if you actually want to use it. Small change, but super helpful. They even updated photo mode, adding a field of view slider so you can get better, more customized shots. And the craziest part? This is only week 2. The devs are clearly putting in serious work right now. Next up, we have some serious news for PlayStation fans. Sony is increasing their prices once again, and this time it's a pretty significant jump. The reason? Ongoing pressure from the global economic landscape. This includes factors like US tariffs, rising memory costs, and even disruptions to 2D component deliveries for AI data centers. On top of that, last week's attack on Qatar's natural gas export facility forced a shutdown, affecting the supply of helium, a key ingredient in producing computer chips. Lower supply naturally drives up costs. Sony already raised prices last August, but this new increase is even more substantial, and it's going to have a big impact on consumers. Let's break it down. In the US, the standard PS5 is jumping from $549.99 to $649.99. The PS5 Pro is going from $750 to a staggering $900. And if you're in Europe, the prices are comparable once you convert dollars to euros, as you can see here in the chart. It's wild to think about paying these prices for technology that's already 5 years old. And the challenges in the gaming industry don't stop there. Epic Games, the creator of Fortnite, has laid off more than 1,000 staff recently, showing just how much the landscape is shifting. All right, moving on to number 4, 007 Fur. 007 First Light Scythe title. One of the things fans will appreciate is how it fixes some of the issues seen in the Hitman games. For example, when you walk into a restricted area, enemies don't just ignore you or start shooting immediately. Instead, the game actually communicates why you're not supposed to be there, which makes the world feel more realistic and immersive. The graphics look fantastic, and the attention to detail is incredible. Combat mechanics are precise. You can even grab an enemy's pistol before they hit the ground. On top of that, some recent news shows that the game will feature a fully explorable MI6 headquarters, new gadgets inspired by classic Bond films, and rumors suggest a special pre-order bonus mission set in Venice. Plus, the soundtrack is being composed by a veteran Bond composer, adding to that authentic cinematic vibe. The release date is May 27th, 2026, and honestly, who wouldn't want to step into the shoes of James Bond? It combines the stealth elements of Hitman with the thrill of a third person action shooter, giving players a truly cinematic experience. I'll definitely be following this one closely, but for now, there's still more to come. And now for our next story. And yeah, this one might be a little on the fun side. We've got a new Lego Batman game to talk about that I'm honestly super excited for. The game is called Lego Batman Legacy of the Dark Knight, and it's launching on May 29th, 2026 for PlayStation 5, Xbox Series XS, and PC, with a Nintendo Switch 2 version coming a bit later. This isn't your typical being built as a full-blown open-world action adventure, putting you right into the heart of Gotham City. You'll be able to grapple, glide, and drive through the city, take on crimes, discover secrets, and explore iconic locations like Arkham Asylum, Wayne Tower, and Ace Chemicals, all in classic LEGO style. What Make designed as a celebration of Batman's entire legacy, from his early origins, training with the League of Shadows, right up through all the epic moments in comics, movies, and TV. You won't just be Playobin either. The game features a lineup of allies like Jim Gordon, Nightwing, Batgirl, Catwoman, and Talia al Ghul, each with their own unique gadgets, combat abilities, and ways to approach challenges. Combat has also been mechanics that blend classic Lego humor with more fluid combos and takedowns inspired by the Arkham games, so it's familiar but feels fresh. There's even local OU and a friend can take down Gotham's worst together. And yes, the villains are stacked. Expect to face the Joker, Ra's al Ghul, Poison Ivy, Bane, and more as the city descends into chaos. Plus, fans have noticed trailers and early reveals, like over 100 unlockable suits and costumes from all across Batman's history. Classic Batmobiles, including versions from Batman 1989 and the Batman 2022, and even nods to the older Lego Batman outfits and Easter eggs for longtime fans. It's shaping up to be and most ambitious Lego superhero games yet. And honestly, if you've ever dreamed of being the Dark Knight, even in Lego form, this one's looking really special. And now we've got some serious news coming out of Ubisoft Ming Games. Ubisoft has officially ended game development at Red Storm Entertainment. Red Storm Entertainment, part of a larger cost-cutting plan. But here's the key detail. The studio isn't completely shut down. Instead, it's being turned into a support team focusing on IT work and helping with Ubisoft's Snowdrop engine rather than making games. Now, T-Arm is one of the original studios behind major franchises like Ghost Recon, Ghost Recon 6. Rainbow Six definitely affect how few turn out. This move is part of Ubisoft's larger major reset, where they've already canceled 6 games, delayed 7 others, and closed multiple studios to cut costs and reorganize the company. Canceled projects like The Division Heartland and a Splinter Cell VR game in recent years, showing a pattern of shifting priorities and cutting projects that aren't performing well. Now, to clear thing confirmed release date like 2027 for a new Ghost Recon yet, but the franchise is still active and being handled by other Ubisoft studios. However, with fewer teams and ongoing restructuring, delays across multiple franchises, including future Far Cry possible. So yeah, if you've been excited for upcoming Ubisoft games, this is something to watch closely. The company is going through a major transition right now, and it could seriously impact the speed and quality of future releases. All right, guys, that's going to be it for today's gaming news. Remember to like and subscribe and catch me in the next one.